Thank you, James. New at 6, the state confirms 2 children have now died from the flu this season in Michigan, including one in Genesee County.
TV5's Zane Omer shares what parents need to know. Zane?
Chet and Meg, the Genesee County Health Department medical director calls this a really unfortunate circumstance. She couldn't give much information about the cases due to privacy, but she wants to spread awareness to prevent this from ever happening here again.
Our hearts really go out to the family, and we just want to do what we can to, get that message out there for others and hopefully prevent things like this from coming.
The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services reporting the first 2 pediatric flu deaths in Michigan, one child in Wayne County, another in Genesee County. Dr. Michaela Corsi is the medical director for the Genesee County Health Department.
When there are children that have been hospitalized and they end up testing positive for influenza, and if there's unfortunately a death in those situations, we at the health department get that notification. Once we get that notification, we immediately contact our partners at MDHHS, and that really launches us into this investigation where we're looking into what role influenza may have played in that death.
According to the CDC, hospital visits for the flu in Michigan are the highest they've been in 15 years. Locally, Dr. Corsi says they are seeing a lot of the influenza A strain.
Influenza is kind of an interesting disease for us at the health department because it's not a reportable disease. We get aggregate reports from schools or like long-term care facilities when there's outbreaks of what we call influenza-like illness. We look at wastewater data and we look at some of these sentinel monitoring systems that are set up across the state. So looking at things such as the number of people that are seeking care for influenza-like illness at urgent cares.
While the ages of the children have not been released, Dr. Corsi says children under the age of 5 are more vulnerable to severe cases of the flu.
A lot of that has to do with them, just being young. They haven't been primed against influenza because they haven't had that many seasons or exposure to it.
It also has not been said if the children were vaccinated, but Dr. Corsi says getting your flu shot is the best way to protect yourself and your kids.
We know that individuals who are vaccinated against the flu have better outcomes in terms of they're less likely to be hospitalized, they're less likely to have complications, and they're less likely to die as a result of the flu.
Dr. Corsi says it's always good to check with your doctor if your child is sick. Some symptoms to look out for include shortness of breath, chest pain, not being able to keep fluids down, and mental changes like not being able to stay alert.